All right, good day. Welcome to another BowmanWebServices.com video. Today's video is all about a local fence company. So if you got a small, business, I don't care where you are, hopefully in the States, but if you got a small, like handyman or, or even a medium-sized business, it could be HVAC, plumbing, carpentry, whatever it is. Um, I want to show you a couple different things and give you some quick pointers because I think a lot of people are coming off of these old WordPress like websites, and I want you to know these days, I will convert your website if you're paying somebody a two, three, four, $500 a month, and they're claiming to sell you on some SEO plan, and they're claiming to be building something for you. They probably aren't, and I could probably prove that to you with just 5 minutes of your time. I could just pull a link report and just show you that they're really not doing dick for you. At the end of the day, what I could do for you out of the gate would be 10 times that, 10 times, 20 times probably what a lot of these companies are offering. And so give me that money, that 300, 400, $500 a month, and I will bring you into the new AI stuff. Um, and we'll come up with some plan, some kind of level. And so what I want you to know is this is not really a website, right? This is a static set of images, right? That is interactive, right? And so, it's interactive, right? You see it, shit moves, right? And I want you to know AI built this. I didn't code a thing, write a word of code, right? I'm using a thing called Cowork and Claude AI. And so I highly recommend it. If you're somebody that's tinkering with anything out there, that is the future, right? Screw ChatGPT and all the others. I really like Grok because I like Elon, but I don't have that much great luck with it. I'll have to go back and try it again. Maybe it's had some upgrades since the last one, but Grok 3 I don't think was doing that great. And honestly, I just pretty much bailed on all of them except for maybe Perplexity, Gemini, and in Claude I'm on like 14 hours a day. Like really. And so let me just show you some stuff. So again, here's a website, right? And again, these tools, these AI tools, they don't work very well out of the gate. And if it doesn't have a brain, if it doesn't have some memory, if it doesn't have some access to tools, it's really worthless. And so most of you are using things that are just like $20 a month and you haven't built it out, you haven't hooked it up to dick, right? And I want you to know it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna produce this. And if you do produce this, oh my goodness, like you are a god. I want you to know this is not one prompt, it's not one anything. And this is not go high level. We are not going to try to sell you 300 tools. I want you to know that most of the things that I have, and I have like more than 10 websites that I personally own and personally operate and am building up, and I'm using everything from automations like NAN, right? Different automations and stuff that connect different tools. Things like Telnyx, which is an AI. It's an AI that lives on fiber optics. They sell you phone numbers, right? They do text messaging. They do all that infrastructure, right? So that's all handled under one little roof, right? It ports its information through N8N, right? It goes off to a thing called Airtable, which I can't really show you, but it's here somewhere in my huge amount of icons that I have open, right? And just know, oh, it's right there. And so, yep. And these are two example ones that I threw in there. But anyway, it saves informations to a CRM, which is what this is, so that I can build more automation. So then I would link to that CRM and be like the latest customer, for this month, make sure every customer gets the monthly newsletter and gets some coupon on the 15th of the month and blah, 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 right? You could build automations. You could also have an automation that does blogging and other things. And so I've got an automation that actually monitors, or I'm building automations. This is automation one that actually is going to monitor Search Console. And so all my websites go through Search Console, which is Google's tool. It tells you what page and what keyword phrases you're ranking for every page on your website. And so a website that doesn't have this already fails. And so if you're somebody that's paying two, three, four, $500 to somebody, just consider I can beat them out of the gate without doing much. I will get rid of all the WordPress crap, get rid of all the plugins, all the Elementor Pro type crap, and I can rebuild your website from something that here, right? This is a WordPress Elementor Pro site, not very well. It's just a bunch of boxes, right? And it's hard. It takes a lot of development time, right? To make things look pretty and to make things wiggle and do cool sliders, and it takes time, development time, right? but that's pretty much leaving now with AI, right? Okay, it used to be about SiteGround, right? Using some kind of shared server type thing. Such a pain in the ass. Yeah, I'm so glad that honestly my job has gotten a lot easier and a lot more crazy because now I got to think bigger in many directions. But just check this out. Go from like a 4-page website, right, all the way up to this, which is like 50 pages, right? Targeting and honestly, how did I target? That's a great question. See, I have a huge background in SEO and content marketing, and I rank for things in Cancun, in tourism. Everything from I was writing articles about the Mayan ruins and different bars and stuff, and along the Cancun Strip and the chocolate factory, and ultimately I was selling all inclusive timeshare promotions to a resort. And I was ranking for that phrase and Cancun timeshare promotions and Las Cabos timeshare promotions. So I've got another project called SandosPromo. I'll just peek at it real quick. And it's very complex, right? This thing has 2 different AIs on it. It's in 2 different languages. It's 200 something pages of content. It targets everything about 4 different all inclusive resort locations, right? It targets their wedding program, their tours and excursions. It targets their special promotion that saves you like $1,500 or $1,000 on your trip to go down there and you listen to their little pitch, give them 120 minutes, right? You know the deal, right? You sign some paperwork. Honestly, this thing actually has access to a DocuSign-like thing, and at some point, it's not functioning correctly today at the making of this video, but it will be. AI is making a DocuSign-like product to serve the contract for this resort to the consumer with their dates and their name and their itinerary, all that shit, and the price, and they sign it electronically, and it comes right back to the AI, and then it goes off to the resort. Right? That's the plan, and it's developing that. And we ran into a huge hiccup with DocuSign not cooperating with the API and wanting to line up pretty and do all kinds of stuff. So we decided to shit can it, right? And so yeah, this is a real website, right? Right now it's waiting for a license and I'm waiting for a huge contract deal. So I'm going to go from 4 resorts here that I'm promoting to something much bigger. I'll just show it to you real quick. It's right here. This is a colleague of ours that runs a major travel service down in Cancun, right? And she does not speak much English, okay? So I have a hard communication time. So I have somebody that's actually stepping in and is going to be the buffer, our third party. So we're going to build a partnership, I believe. And that should happen maybe today sometime. We're going to have our meeting. Ooh, but anyway, this lady has 100 resort locations, right? And 10 different contracts with different resort entities that are pretty much all inclusives, right? And it's everywhere from Dominican Republic to Costa Rica to, whatever. So I'm the vacation guy. Yeah. All right. So, and again, here's a website that has 2 different AIs, right? I don't think it's properly hooked up, but there is 2 AIs that are created inside our thing, right? Um, and so yeah, working on that. And again, video header, very nice. I believe that is being pulled from her existing website. But again, we can make video headers. You can find video headers on Pixabay and stuff like that. You can add a generic one, or you could take pictures of your job sites or something like that, right? And then you could take 5-second clips, and AI will just clip it all together and make a video that you put up on YouTube and then it's posted here, right? It's pulled in. And again, it just loads super fast. It's just a great little thing. Again, that could be a better header. But again, I threw this thing up in about a 10-hour day, just to show her because her website got hacked. Got hacked, has all kinds of stuff going on with it. It's trying to pull people off the casinos and shit. And I'm like, yo, you got to fix this. And anyway, that's my door in. I've known this person for about 2 years, so it's about time that we're gonna get into business together. And I'm hoping that all pulls off here today. And I got a shit ton of all inclusive resorts to sling at people, right? Like Nickelodeon. Oh yeah, baby. I want to go there. Heck, it sounds fun. Anyway, back to our original story. All right, taking a website like this and really cleaning it all up, targeting all the many different local locations these guys want to target, and they're going to find they're running way too far. They should really simplify this down to a 10 or 15 square mile area and then run a shit ton of ads and really focus in. rather than being so wide because they're really going to be driving. But if you got a team of guys and you're actually putting people on a job site for a week, and see, that's a different thing, you know. So I don't understand their niche completely, uh, and so that's part of the problem between webmaster and the guy I'm building the website for. I've got to get inside your head. I got to be able to draw out of your head what it is you're pitching and selling, what your future looks like, right? Did a great job throwing this website together, right? Plenty of pages. And again, it needs images, it needs some different things done to it, but you see the general formatting is pretty much the same on each page. And yeah, and so ultimately, there you have it. Be tracking it with some stuff. I thought there was something else I wanted to mention here. Again, they could even put video on these pages, something like this here. I'm trying to develop a better layout. So again, if you're using Cowork, you got to develop skills. So there's like a menu skill or a header skill, a hero skill, a page skill, a video skill, right? So I've actually had to figure out how to get this AI connected to YouTube via API so it could go to YouTube, search for an author or a topic, right? So here's self-growth videos, right? It's by author or topic, right? And so wanted to be able to send it off to collect a shit ton of videos, right? And then put it in here. So we found a whole bunch of ways to do that now. But the first couple of rounds produced a pretty interesting round of stuff, right? This page came in French, right? All these videos were French from a French channel. And so that all had to be updated. So now I actually use Gemini or some other AI to pull a list of videos, and then that gets put into a template. So this site's going to bloom here very soon because you can see that it really did a great job, like taking an author and trying to trim down them into different categories, and then ultimately just hit a play button and be able to pop up and play it or click off, or pop up and play it and click off. And so this is the new format. You'll probably see this is going to pop up on other things. And then again, if you were a contractor, imagine just having a series, having a page where it looks like this with a nice product of yours, right? And then a 6 or 8 videos of different projects you've done. That would be all you take to close. The hell with a photo gallery, right? Make it a video gallery. And then the AI can actually be pulling from those different 6 or 10 or 12 videos you've taken, right? And putting those into the background of the actual heroes. There's endless stuff you can do with AI. And again, it doesn't take much skill outside of endless hours. You got to put a lot of time into it. You got to develop a skill, and then you really got to have somebody that manages this, right? And so, anyway, there's all kinds of levels you can do with your website. So again, you know, here this is like 900 pages ish, right? And right now they're not all here, right? But there is supposed to be close to 900 pages, and there's like 11 different formats, right? So it's getting ready to fix itself. But yeah, just note that it's all AI created and managed in this case through Cowork, right? And yeah, I think you'll find that it will definitely handle your business. And so, simply saying something like a small handyman or a small little business, um, straight up just needs some basic stuff. And you got to get away from WordPress, and you got to get really got to get an AI on here, because the AI, and I could show you that on DaytonaHandy. In fact, I'm going to make another video here about DaytonaHandy. I actually have the AI answer the phone, and actually show you. I think I've already done that in one video and show you how it runs through N8N and then runs to that Airtable and stores that person's information. Good. That was my buddy, Odin. Anyway, so if you're looking for a website, looking for an AI on a website, if you're looking for, um, yeah, Facebook marketing, all those things, Google AdWords, I'd love to have a talk with you about it, and I'd like to have a go at it. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, come along with me as I build here with Claude. Really, I got a lot of websites. I probably showed this before. There's a 1,700 page thing about fraud in America, all by character, by type of fraud. And so I'm building this out. This will be probably 10,000 pages before it's done. And again, this company here, they have all these pages. That's great. They haven't even communicated to me if they want to market all these different pages, but I think this is the pages that they gave me originally. So I made a page for each one of the things that they said they were interested in. And now they really could have a blog, right? There could be a whole blog here that pops up. They could have 50 articles that actually link back to each one of these services, right? To build inbound links or insight links back to this thing, and then you could send those blog posts out to different social networks. Right now, they're only doing one social network, right? This is Facebook and this is Facebook, right? But they could very easily do some Facebook and some X or Twitter and some actual real YouTube would make all the difference too. And having that photo or video gallery would make night and day difference for this company. And it would help them rank better if they did the citations right, and they actually try to build some links, some bookmark links or something to these individual pages, right? Try to get, honestly, I bet you need like 2 or 3 links to pretty much every page here to be the king of the market here, right? And if you could pull it off without getting a flag, and that'd be easy, I think. I think you just go and send all these pages out to Facebook, out to Twitter, out to all these different social networks, right? Repost them out there. And I think that counts as one of the links, right? Any one of those shows up in the link report, and you're going to outrank most competitors for that service. So, yeah, there you have it. All right. We'll come back here on another video, and we're going to really jump into stats and how stats work. And I want to explain this page and what these different things mean. This is not very good yet, but it will get better and better. But I wanted to have a starting place. And the video you're watching will probably go into multiple videos about this one thing. So you could probably jump around to see where I am today or tomorrow today. Something like that, right? All right. Hey, thanks for stopping by Bowman Web Services. If you're looking for AI marketing, if you're looking for any kind of website conversion from WordPress to something that actually loads with heavy content, come check out Bowman Web Services. I'd love to do business with you and see if I can't get you all set up with some kind of AI automation, because it's multiple steps moving a company from where you are into where you could be. And the possibilities are getting better every day. It's endless. You'll be upgrading for the next 2 years, but at the end of that time, you could potentially be the king of your marketplace with triple the amount of money, triple the people. Really, growth is not the problem anymore. It's convincing people to grow. All right. Hey, thanks for stopping by. Bowman Web Services, Tom Bowman here. Have a great day.